Sundown National Park. Got the shrimp traps in. So just going to have a check. This one, I've already pulled this one in. And it had some shrimp in it. So I just thought I'd grab the camera and I'd just show you guys. This trap's old and it's broken zip on it, as you can see. But there's some shrimpies in there. So as I said, this trap's broken. As you can see, the zip's broken on it. You can see that there, broken zip at the top here. It's an old one that I just had. I don't do a lot of this, so I don't bother with buying more traps all the time and whatever. So they just break and I just use them until they don't work anymore, basically. This is ultimately, for anyone who doesn't know, this is what we're trying to catch. I'll just catch one out. There we go. That's a freshwater shrimp right there. Get it in the light a bit. There we go. Basically we catch them, use them for bait. They're fantastic bait. So there's a few in this one. There's a couple small ones, so we won't bother with them. We'll just leave them in there and they can go back. That one's a good size. They can just go back into the system. When we're finished, then we'll empty this out completely when we're finished. There's little fish in there and stuff too, some gudgeons and stuff, but we'll let them go later. That's about it, I think. There's another one there. He's a bit bigger, so put him in too. And then we'll just throw that back out. As I said, this trap's got a broken zip, so it makes it a bit more precarious. You've got to try to get it to land the right way and everything, and that didn't work because it got caught up with the stick. So I'll just chuck him back out. It's not very deep here, so I'm actually a bit surprised we caught so many. But the whole river at the moment, it's not very deep. You can see down there, it just goes to rocks, like the whole ends. It's just water holes along here. The river's not running. It's quite shallow, quite sad to see actually. But hopefully we can still find a couple of fish in these holes. There's another hole up further, which we might go up there tomorrow. So there's another one. So just got my name and the address on the bottle there. In Queensland, you have to have your name and address on them. It's the law, so they can check how many you've got, all that sort of thing. Because you're only allowed so many. I don't actually remember how many it is. There's a lot of flicking going on in there, so there's obviously some shrimp in there. We'll open him up and have a look. Zip. Yep, there we go. Here's a good one. Bird size, that fella. It'll be perfect bait. So just use a bit of sunlight soap for this. As you can see, I've just chucked it in the bottom there. Shrimp are in there. There's quite a few in there. So I just use a bit of sunlight soap. You can use a lot of things. You can use meats and all that sort of stuff, and they will all work. They'll all catch things. The reason I use the sunlight soap is then when I get home, I can now take this trap and I'll just fold it up. I've got a bag that I put them all in, so I just fold it up, roll the rope up, put it in the bag, and I can put it out. I don't have to worry about taking the bait out. I don't have to worry about it being smelly or anything like that. The soap is just really clean. The other thing I do is this pot here. I'll just get these shrimp out and then I'll show you. There's a few in here, so we'll grab them out. We'll pop them in there. A couple of little ones in there, they can stay in. We'll let them go again. Any we don't use, again, they'll just get let go again. They'll just get put back into the system. But it's very important not to over cull So you don't want to take any more than you need to, because yeah, it's not good for anything. It's bad for the fish. It's bad for the system and everything. It throws everything out of balance. So there we go. That's got them out. So I'll just show you this bucket that I've got here. So this is just a bucket. I just made this. One of the biggest problems with when you're catching live bait like this is to keep them alive. So you can put them in a bucket, you can have little battery aerators, all that sort of stuff. You can do all that and everything, but this is one of the best ways that I've found, because even if you got them in a bucket with an aerator or something, you've still got to change the water. They need that fresh water all the time. So this is just a bucket that I've got, and it's got a whole heap of holes in it, and I put a metal handle on it because it had a plastic handle on it. I didn't trust it. And then I've just got a rope on it, and the lid's the same. We just put the lid on, and ultimately what we do with that then is we catch our shrimp. Now sometimes I'll put a stone in the bottom just to help weight it down to get it in the water, but basically we just put that in the water. Make sure the lid's clipped on properly, or else you'll end up losing them. But you just put that in now, so that sits in the water, and they're constantly getting that fresh water going through. There's fresh oxygen, the water's going through, because the problem with you put them in a bucket and then the water either gets hot, or the water, because they pee a lot in there as well. They'll pee, and because they're stressed, they pee a lot and everything, and that makes the water go bad. So by doing this, yes, they're still stressed and everything like that, but they pee in there, but the water's constantly moving through. Every time they move, it pulls a bit more water in and pushes a bit more water out. So it's constantly getting that clean water going through it. And then that water is all oxygenized as well, because it's out of the river. So by doing this, you can keep them alive for a very long time. If you have them in a bucket, they do struggle, and it can be hard to keep them alive overnight and all that sort of stuff. But if you do this system, you have no problem. And then if, like I said, you do have some left when you finish, they're still alive, they're healthy, and you can just let them go back into the river again. So it's a win-win for everybody. You're not killing them unnecessarily, and yeah, it's a very simple concept, but it works really well. I don't know how much of this you're going to see because it's quite dark now, but there was a cod under a tree over there. There was a bird that kept flying down drinking out of the water, and he was trying to eat the bird, so just trying to get a surface lure out there. Just can't quite get it in far enough. But we might be able to coax him out. That's the hope anyway. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Don't slap. I'll get my finger here. Fuck yeah. Woo! Let's get you back in the water, mate. What's going on here? What have you swallowed? You swallowed something there. Yeah. Something round. Look at that. Yeah. What have you eaten? Unless it's a rock. Yeah, unless it's a rock. Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I'll take you back here where it's a bit deeper. Oh yes. That is so cool. There's the shrimp. He's gone. There he goes. Oh, that is so cool.
10 minutes out of water and he just fucking...
Yeah, healthy. Very healthy. All the fish I've caught have been very healthy. Sadly, didn't get any more cod this morning, but got a few of these now. Nice eeltail catfish. Beautiful colours on them. All the fish here have been really healthy, which was really good to see because it's only a shallow water hole. I put the kayak in and the deepest water I found was like 1.5 meters. So it's only a shallow water hole, but it's full of shrimp. Heaps and heaps of shrimp. And these guys are doing well in here, which is good. Especially considering how dry the river is at the moment. We'll send him on his way. Put him back home. You're going the wrong way, mate. That way. Keep going. You got it. Silly fish. Thinks he doesn't have enough water. All he's going to do is swim. Come on, buddy. Off you go. There he goes. It's been a good couple of days. Sundown National Park, I definitely recommend it to anyone that wants to come along and do this. The fishing was pretty good, even with the fact that the river was low and not running or anything. It was still managed to find some fish, which was pretty cool. Good place to do some four-wheel driving. I'm only an amateur four-wheel driver myself, but yeah, a lot of fun. Most of the tracks are very easy, but then there are some harder tracks if you want to take them. We did a big hill climb, which was pretty cool, pretty impressive. But yeah, no, definitely recommend it. And thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe.